a small hollow in North Carolina. There have been several Bigfoot sightings.
Hunters may need to be on the lookout for something other than deer when they hit the woods this week.
He hadn't been spotted recently, but according to these pictures, the legendary Mothman is back.
The number of UFO sightings is soaring tenfold over the past 25 years.
Now, she's not talking about people. She is talking about ghosts hanging around what some say is a real-life haunted house.
You're listening to Paratalkradio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy on Paratalkradio.com, a member of the WLFE digital broadcast family. Paratalkradio is your one stop for all things paranormal, the unknown, and the supernatural. Join us every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central for discussions and guests on topics such as ghosts, hauntings, Bigfoot, UFOs, and more. This broadcast is rated M for mature and is intended for listeners over 16. The topics, views, and opinions expressed on our show may not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Paratalk Radio, our hosts, or our sponsors. Now, live from J-Wolf Production Studio in Ontario, New York, here are your hosts, Ted and Cindy.
Hi, guys!
Hello!
How'd you like that for timing, Teddy? Woo! That was awesome.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you, Rob?
Can everyone see me?
I can see you. I mean, wait.
Can you
I
see
can
me?
see you.
Hang on, let me get my underscope.
I don't know if you could see me in orange tonight.
Cindy, you look absolutely enchanting.
Oh,
And so do you, Ted, you son of a gun.
you gotta unmute yourself, Teddy.
Oh, am I unmuted?
Yes, you are. I can hear you, Rob.
All right.
Better
How
now.
about you?
There you are. Oh my God, you? I'm in love with you already. We have to stop this love affair.
Well, what I was saying was I'm very fuzzy tonight.
Oh.
I haven't trimmed.
I'm not.
Looks good. Looks good. Yeah.
It is fun. It's fun.
I have what? I have this is May 1st. So
Yeah.
May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I got 7 months to grow this to play Santa Claus.
Oh, okay. You're so funny.
Well, I'll tell you a story. Remind me when we're at the con, and I'll tell you a story about that, which is not fit even for mature.
I'm going to hold you to
It's
that.
not about Santa. That came out wrong. But
That
you know
can't
what the
be
funny
good.
thing about beard styles is that well, there aren't any. You just basically you cut it or you don't. I mean,
Right.
you know,
Right.
it's
You're
short
right.
or it's long, or I mean, I've seen some crazy ones that like come out here or they're like dyed in the middle. And
I had
you
a
know.
friend who would braid it.
I
Yeah,
still have a friend that braids it. I still have
Yeah.
a friend.
I actually
fact-
I was going to buy some the other day, the Viking, but it's not long enough. I trimmed it the other day. So
Yeah. Yeah, Dave Lippa will be at the Parafest, and he actually wears his in a braid.
Does he? I didn't even realize that, I guess.
that way you don't have to worry about it getting in your. Well, I
have a
suppose
weird shadow on my face.
you know where it is at all times anyway.
Well, we should probably get the ball rolling here. And I do want to say that I made the first blub of the evening way before we even came on the screen.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
Bob Burnell was like, "Oh, good evening, everyone." And I was trying to do it with my thumb. I was trying to say, "Hi, Bob." And it came out, "Hi, Bib." And so he replied, "Hi, Ted."
I love you guys. You guys cracked me up.
Oh,
It wasn't intentional,
Tid.
but it was
Bib and
cool.
Tid.
Yep,
Hi,
that's
Thomas
it.
Donahue. Hello, Bob. Hello, Tid.
No,
That's Tom.
well,
That's
there
Tommy boy.
is, yeah. So there is like
Bob.
6 different outlets tonight. We have all of the Facebook and we have the YouTubes, and all of that is going. So
All the
there are
tubes and
plenty of
views.
outlets for them. Yep, to pop in here this evening if they'd like to. And then tonight we will be running it on Spreaker for just the audio side of the evening, as we normally try to do. If
Okay.
Tid gets his shit together and no, I should say get my shite together.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Right, Rob? Should be
Your
shite.
shig. Yeah, you get your shig together. And you and Tig.
I would say get your fart together.
Oh, there's Chanel, Eric.
Hi, Chanel.
All right.
I love you, honey.
There's Bob. Oh, Chanel Fletcher.
Yes. Chanel.
And Eric Harrison.
Oh, hey, Eric.
And Chanel, thank you for saying you love Ted and Cindy and omitting me. I touched. That's why she doesn't love me.
Yeah, but you know,
She's gonna start loving you.
And you saw Tom, right? Thomas said hello.
So Tom, yeah.
So it's funny. Listen, we could get married and we wouldn't have to change our names.
Right?
Thompson also.
Yeah, my condolences, dear. Yeah.
I know.
Then if we were related and we got married, that would be the sort of the stuff for that would be more sort of like down south style,
Exactly.
you know, with your apple pie.
Yeah,
and sorry
but
if I've offended anyone in Georgia.
marriage.
Good.
No, I mean we would know what each other's doing.
Let's not go down that dank, dark path.
Well, you know
I
what?
certainly do not.
Listen, Rob, when it comes down to it, are you married?
No.
Okay, so this is the thing. Are you single? Are you
No.
single?
No.
Okay.
No.
So this is the thing.
I was trying to help.
Those dating moments, especially being a psychic medium, sucks balls, correct?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know what route you're going, sweetheart, but in the last 90 seconds, you've used the words "Are you single? Are you married?" and "sucks balls," all within 90 seconds. But
Well,
I'll tell you, I know.
My point is
Yeah.
that being a psychic medium and being dating does not always bode well because we usually know shit. And then when we say, hey, Spirit just said this, and they go, no, that's not happening. And then you're like, when all is said and done, the relationship is over, and you go, I told you so, motherfucker. I was right. Well,
yeah, I for me, it's so kind of like it's like a bit of both. It's interesting because she usually knows more about me, ironically, and then I think she knows. And the other thing is that I might be able to, you know, make a projection about this coming year and about, you know, what it's going to do for someone, but I can't find my fucking car keys to save my ass, you know?
Oh, right.
So it's like,
Exactly.
well, where did you put, we just had a new kitchen put in, and I'm like, the order that she's put things in are like, so it's like she's got the sugar like a mile from the kettle, and then she's got the tea somewhere else. I'm like, God, I'll have to, you know, I'll have had my aerobic workout by the time I get a cup of tea together.
That's how it
Dear
goes.
Lord.
All right,
You
so
know?
which one of you wants to answer this question for Bob? What is the difference between spirit medium and psychic medium?
Hi, Laura. How are you, honey? I love you too.
Oh, hello. Hi, Laura.
Sorry. I had to say hi to Laura.
Well, look, labels are for food. It just
Right.
it just sort of, I suppose, depends on what to a certain extent anyway, and certainly for me, you know, really, I guess the word psychic, which is a perfectly good word, and you know, I totally get it.
Mm-hmm.
But it does inspire, for when you tell someone, it does inspire the oh, well, can you get me the lottery numbers for tomorrow, or who? And so, am I going to get lucky tonight with this shirt on, or the plaid? That was Dan Class. No, I was just kidding. And no, so for me, it just seemed that spirit. It just out of preference, but
it just fit for you.
It just fit. It fit for me. And so that was all. There wasn't anything other than that. But yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely proud. Whatever people, may whatever reaction may be, to have come out, because I've been like in the closet for like.
I know all about closets.
Most of my life.
So, I mean, I guess we do have a couple different closets: the witch closet, the gay closet. Which closet are we talking about?
I came out of a lot of closets.
Well, I'm not a witch, and I'm not that other one. So I'm really. I'm
the other one. I'm the other one.
Oh well, you know what? It's don't say the E word. All right.
No, I'm confused.
English.
The E word?
Oh, English. Oh, don't say English.
Oh, we will. It's okay, because I have a lot of English in me. So I'm fine.
Someone asked me today, was like, "Hey, Rob, you're English. Where in Sydney are you from?"
What the hell?
I was like, where the bloody hell were you in geography, mate? You were having a fag down a bike sheds, having a snog with some girly. And
I agree, Chanel. I am a coat of many colors.
A coat of I love that.
Yes, I'm agreeing with Chanel that I am a coat of many colors.
Mm-hmm.
So Bob, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say that I hated the word psychic, Bob, by the way. It was actually given to me by one of my clients at a psychic party that we were doing. And it kind of just stuck. She was going, Psychic Cindy, Psychic Cindy, Psychic Cindy. And so I thought that was hysterical. And I was going to have my website, Psychic Cindy. However, when I went to go do it, it was all of a sudden taken. So I had to put the in front of it. So it's the Psychic Cindy. But I am a spirit medium, psychic medium, a plain old medium.
A weirdo medium.
I'm
just an old medium.
I'm not old.
No, me.
No, but I'm saying I think you're younger than I am, so you can't be old.
Yeah, whatever you say, darling.
Well, Eric has a point.
I mean, there are some people who think that Australia doesn't really exist and that y'all are they have a different way of pronouncing things. Like
Australia doesn't really exist.
Different when they speak. So their English is Australian down under.
Yeah, there's sort of three. Well, there's several types of English. Should I say there's several types of English? There's several types of English, mate.
Right.
Or in Scotland, in Glasgow, I think there's several types of different Scots. When I top of the morning until you had to tall. It's just got several nights like that to be on the other end. And I knew this
that
guy.
Was Scottish. Well, it was Australian, Scottish, Irish.
And toodle too, pip pip, cheerio, and all the. Which English no one sounds
very
like.
Proper English.
No one sounds. No, not proper.
No.
No, English and proper don't. No, I mean, have you been to a football match a soccer match?
Correct.
Have you seen them? I mean, the fans can get kind of a little bit tasty with one another, especially if it's Liverpool, Arsenal, or
right. He is right. He fits right in with us.
a riot. Thanks, Eric. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect with all the bloody warnings coming. Warning, danger, Will Robinson.
The warnings are for me because I'm naughty and I say naughty things, and I don't have a filter, the ADD, and I just say what's on my mind.
Australia was founded by poor classes of people, prisoners and indentured servants. Yes, absolutely. And they have also learned to speak sheep well. They do. The Australians, the Australians are very. It's a very kindred, doting subject to their soul. If you ask any Australian about sheep, he'll have fond memories.
Stop it! Listen, is Robert on here? We'll ask Robert if he has fond memories of sheep.
No,
we have a friend Robert from Australia.
I gotta say this before it leaves my brain.
Okay.
Right. Australians do have that language of speaking with sheep, but Americans, they don't need the language. They just have 2 rubber boots.
2 rubber, what did you say?
Boots. Think about this.
Oh, I thought you said boobs. 2 rubber boots.
Man, you're getting all like, wow, you're like getting really deep, man.
I don't know what that means. What do you mean?
Okay.
Like, you mean the rubber boots you put on your feet, or the rubber boots that you?
The farmer's wearing his rubber boots. Okay. The farmer is wearing his rubber boots. He backs the sheep up, puts one leg in his rubber boot, one leg in his rubber boot. So now both feet are in the rubber boots.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!
Why couldn't it have left your head before it got a chance to get out? My God! Thank you for that visual.
I was right in the way you were thinking. I meant rubber boots that you put on your feet, and then
I wasn't the only one that got it.
That monologue was brought to you by Hershey's. Well, that's what they say. I'll tell you, Ted. I spoke to an Aussie, and he said, "You know what, mate? If you're going to have one with a sheep, take her to a good movie and give her a nose bag, give her some bite to eat, and and then take her up on the cliff, like on a nice steep mountain." And I said, "Why? Why would you take your sheep up there?" He was like, "Oh, mate, I'll tell you what, it's much better. They push back harder."
Oh my gosh!
And no, he was a bad influence.
Folks, that was it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. And Rob, I had to explain to you why we have those warnings. It's for stuff like this.
It was always warning everybody about me, but I'm so super happy that Rob is here.
You'll never have me back on here. You'll never have me back on here.
No, that's not true.
I would. Absolutely.
We are the paranormal vodcast that the black sheep come to, because I shouldn't have said black sheep.
Oh, it's okay.
All the sheep.
But they come here because we're not like everybody else, and because the show never stays on the rails very long. We come back to it, but it doesn't stay there like consistently.
Yeah.
Especially when you got Cindy as a co-host.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, Chanel
said, I have officially become infatuated with Mr. Thompson.
Chanel.
That's right.
I'm blushing now. Chanel. Hello.
All right, let's get back on track. Oh my gosh.
So we're aware.
Yeah.
If I get hot, it is not about you two.
I know it's not about me.
I'm hot. And I will be declothing. Just so we're clear, I just want you to know that.
Well, there's nothing there I want to see, so it's okay with me.
I know, but they look so lovely in the shirt that I'm wearing.
No, don't care.
I know. You hate my boobs. It's okay.
Yep.
I have gay
I mean,
friends.
I can't comment, Cindy, because, you know, though I am a psychic medium, I'm afraid that information has not, you know, Josie, my spirit guide, she only sends me things that that she thinks I really should see. And that ain't one of, or those aren't two of them. Or three.
I understand completely.
So we'll on that note, we'll bring it to an other subject.
Daddy, you want my two dolls that go with Mr. John Wayne? Yeah, sure. Sure. Absolutely. So let's draw our attention back to the gentleman at the bottom. We are talking tonight to spirit medium Rob Thompson. And he is going to be our very, very, very special guest to the Rochester Parafest in 2 weekends.
I know. Can you believe that?
Looking forward to it.
What happened to the time?
It's gone.
It was like Ted's talking to me about, oh yeah, so this year's Parafest coming up, and I was like, oh, this is a few months away. Yeah, and of course, and for anything for a good cause. And suddenly it's like, what, 10 days away, 12 days? I mean, what?
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
It just seems to get,
it's crazy.
Even at 30, even at my age, it just seems to get it seems to get faster and faster as you go.
I do think I'm older.
I'm excited to do it. I'm really excited to do this fest.
It's gonna be fun.
Well,
but I do.
We're excited. I mean, we've had our own little thoughts about how this is going to go, but it's the 9th year, and if anything that we have that we can depend on is the fact is that for 9 years we've stuck true to our dates. We've stuck true to no matter what the weather is, and we've just did it. And there's been times we've given a lot of money, and then there's been times we gave half that. But I spoke to them today. They called me with some, they're going to try and send us some banners and stuff to help us with the advertising that we can stick outside on the building. There's a lot of things so there's some stuff and they really want to be more proactive now, which is, it's only taken the Veterans Outreach. I mean, it's only taken them, I don't know how many years, but it's nice that they want to jump in. In fact, there's a good possibility that next Monday on our show, now next Monday has changed a little bit, so I better fill you in, Cindy, real quick. And everybody listening, we are going to be starting out with Ernie Atwell is going to be joining us from Baltimore, and then we have the parapsychologist, I'm going to screw up her name, Mary Grace.
Yeah.
And a representative from the Veterans Outreach.
Nice.
Very cool.
Wait, so am I still coming to you to do the show?
Yeah, we're doing it live, baby. We're going to be doing it live as a live remote.
That's the only way it should be done, is live.
So, guys, we are doing poor Rob, but we are doing he's going to stay away from your table. Anyway, he's going to run. But anyways, we're going to be live at Raider Lanes, which is the second, like where the Parafest is. Raider Lanes is a part of it.
What the hell was that?
That was a gremlin laughing.
That sounded like Mogwai.
It did sound like that.
Yeah. And
was it him?
Look.
Wasn't Stripe, right?
No. And to be honest with you, I don't know what it was, because I don't know. But anyway, just to get back to it all.
I was going to ask if it was your little
this
Bigfoot.
thing?
Yes.
This thing? No. Oh, wait a minute. I hit the wrong one. Anyways, Rob is he's trying to keep his composure. He really is. He's trying really hard.
I mean, it's all right.
I was actually just about to ask Heather what she put in my tea. You know,
Heather, what did you put in?
This show is really, it's like it's coming brought to you live from inside the tinfoil hat.
Right.
That's it, Cindy. Next Monday, we're wearing tinfoil hats. Next Monday, we're wearing tinfoil hats. It's
National Tinfoil Hat Day.
Yes, and we are dedicating it to Rob.
Beltane to everybody. Happy Beltane.
Yes, happy
Go
Beltane.
forth and have all the sex.
You broke Rob.
Cindy, you broke Rob.
Go forth.
Cannot He's on repeat. Do something. Somebody smack him.
Cannot compute.
All right. So, anyways, next Monday we're coming live. It's taken me 15 minutes to say this line. Yes. We are going to be live at Raider Lanes at 8:00 next Monday, so you are able to be in the audience and be a part of the show live. It'll be awesome. Yes. So please bring your tinfoil hats and your popcorn.
Yes.
I hate popcorn. Do you know that's one thing that I hate is I do not like popcorn.
I never quite understood it myself. It almost seems like sitting and eating styrofoam peanuts, you know? So it's just...
Well, they make those out of potatoes now.
What's
they
that?
make them out of potatoes now.
Really? I tell you what, they're probably cheaper and more nutritious than Cheetos. Blow to Cheetos.
So when you came here, did you have to become accustomed to our food?
It sort of became accustomed to me. Yeah, I was gosh, well, that's you're talking a while ago, 20 odd years ago. 20
You've
odd
been here
years.
for that long.
27 years actually. Yeah.
Wow, it sounds like you just came over from the boat yesterday.
Cindy.
And what boat would that be, young lady?
What's that? I still think I'm older than him.
But I'll take it. I'll take it, darling. All right.
I'm 52.
Oh, well, I am going to answer the question about
you're younger.
Food. Very. It's what? Okay, sure.
Sausage.
After the show.
Not what I meant. They had to be different, right?
It's funny because I didn't come here from the UK. I came here actually from the Netherlands. I was living for about 8 years in
that's my home,
the Netherlands, in Amsterdam. Yeah, Fanzone. Yeah,
my grandfather came from Netherlands.
Yeah, praat u in het Nederlands?
I don't know.
Kunt u het Nederlands verstaan?
All of my family came from there.
Oh,
well, except for my mom's side, because my mom's side is from here. My mom's side is Seneca Indian. So
really,
yeah,
that's a good That's a good solid combination. That's some good.
We can fucking drink. That's for sure.
So can my family, but my father was French, and that's the one who drinks.
Well,
oui.
I'm British, so I'm not going to start talking about the French. Just in case.
That's true. Ixnay on me. Hands free.
Yeah, no, American food, as you can tell, I haven't repelled it fully, over the years. So
none of us have.
Grown on me, literally. But, darlings, I'll tell you one thing. It's definitely quite a stark difference. One of the things we were just actually twice last year, we were in the UK, and Heather said to me, she was just like, And I'm like, what are you looking around for? Our daughter's right here. And she's like, no. It's no. Why have you got any like very not? Oh God, I'm gonna get all
Heavy
political.
people.
Heavy people, like me,
Fluffy people, as fluffy
people, and I never thought about it, but I never really thought about it. So
there's not a lot of people that are of weight.
I think that there's more excess in terms of just junk food selection.
Here.
Like where you would have maybe a long street, like say a long shopping street along Bond Street or Oxford Street, or maybe that's not a good example because there are really high-end boutique stores there. But in London, in a typical street in London, you might find 3 or 4, maybe 5, depending on what part of London, different chains, fast food chains. Here that same street, you might have 20.
Right.
Well, here's the thing, Rob. It's one of those things where if you eat abroad, you're getting somewhat healthy.
Wait, what are we eating?
And there's not a lot of junk food, as you said. Here in America, you can go to any McDonald's and just walk and eat.
Laughter.
Yeah,
you can.
Yeah, well,
you can go to McDonald's
if you just said
for $1.
It's true, and that is a good point. But as you were saying, if I was Australian, all right, going back to that sentence that you were saying about eating abroad, crocky, you're gonna eat abroad,
right?
Don't go eating a Sheila,
right?
Come on, mate. Stick a Sheila on the barbie. Oh, I'll have the nuts and legs. But yeah, I think there's just a really
nowhere in your bio does it say you're a comedian. Just so you know, it doesn't say that anywhere in there.
Well, yeah, because that's kind of a little point of view. I don't know.
It doesn't say you're a funny guy.
There are people who are of the opinion that I'm as funny as toothache.
I've had those people in my life too.
It's okay because I'm not listed as a comedian. So they get this like huge extra, like surprise. It's like one of those like things that a chocolate at Christmas offers you a chocolate and then you break your tooth because it's a caramel.
No, it's a delicious cream center.
In her world.
So that's what
all right. So I want to go back because we need to go back here for a couple of things because I did a little research on Mr. Thompson here, and I just want to, if someone is not familiar with him.
Teddy, do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm funny.
So if someone isn't familiar with Mr. Rob Thompson, briefly, I'm just going to read this bio that I have so that you know why he's on the show and who he is, other than the nonsense we've been talking about. Rob Thompson is a British medium. He was born and raised in England's West Country, near Stonehenge, in the county of Wiltshire. I don't know how to say it. Wiltshire. Okay. Rob grew up in mid-18th century manor house, where his mother worked as a housekeeper. Then he discovered his gift for communicating with the dead. A terrifying encounter at 12 years old lit the fuse, which became a lifelong quest to discover the truth and the afterlife. Over the last 25 years, Rob's investigations have brought him around the world, from Egypt to India, Indonesia, Africa, and, of course, to the U.S. For the last decade, he's been sharing his investigations in 11 seasons of the TV show The Ghost Finders. Rob is a trance medium who also allows his body to be temporarily hosted by various spirits in order to communicate. Rob has appeared on travel channels and Discoveries Plus, Paranormal 911, and A Haunting. He teaches online paranormal research classes at Los Angeles City College and appears on the paranormal and spiritual event circuit worldwide.
I need to.
But I do okay. A couple little things, but I did all right.
I think you did fabulous. I feel so important right now, Ted.
Fabulous.
Can you read that to me at bedtime?
Oh. Yes, but I'll have to do my voices. I wouldn't be able to leave it like that. I'd have to do more like a TV host or a radio, like a real radio host voice.
It was. Well, you know what? I had someone the other day. They left a message. They said, "If this is Rob Thompson, I'm gonna need a little of your magic. Okay, the presidential election coming up next year.
Say that's a hard pass."
That's a hard pass. Yeah, and says she in orange. But
says she in orange.
Yeah. No, so like I'm really one of the nice things about doing charity cons is that you really don't have it's just the whole vibe of everyone there is just about everything else other than really than the paranormal. It's all about getting the raising funds for a really, really good cause. And I had a spell in the British military. My better half, Heather, did 10 years in the U.S. Army. She was a Army sergeant.
Well, thank you both.
Two tours of Iraq, and she's a decorator. Yeah, she's retired now, but yeah. So I take my hat off to our men and women in uniform, wherever they are around the world, not just US, but our allies.
Yes.
And boy, do we, the word allies means more these days than it has in maybe 70 years.
Right.
Well, I'm going to say that on that note, what Rob just said, we're going to go do a quick commercial. So watch this, folks.
Don't miss the Rochester Parafest on Mother's Day weekend, May 12th through the 14th at the Caledonia Courtyard. Visit with celebrities from Ghost Finders, Paranormal Survivor, Naked and Afraid, and Haunted Case Files. Enjoy vendors, lectures, ghost hunting, Buddy the Bigfoot, and more. This event benefits the Veterans Outreach Center of Rochester. Sponsors include Raider Lanes, Third Day Teas, Gunsmoke Country Grill, Copytown Enterprise, Dutch Hollow Wine and Liquor, and Brian Yahtzee Custom Carpentry. The Rochester Parafest, Friday through Sunday, May 12th through the 14th at the Caledonia Courtyard, outside Raider Lanes on State Street in Caledonia. For tickets and details, visit eventbrite.com and rochesterparafest.com.
What took us so long?
I was going to say, don't forget to unmute yourself.
I didn't mute any of us. I just let it go, and it's like it was acting strange. People are strange when they're a stranger. People look ugly when you're around. That's like one of my all-time favorite songs.
I love that song. Listen,
Morrison every time, man.
What movie had that in it?
Lost Boys.
Yes, it was The Lost Boys.
And probably The Doors.
50 other movies.
The Doors too.
I thought Kilmer did amazing job of that. And if you watch Kilmer's, have you seen his I think it's still on Netflix, his documentary about his life, specifically more his latter life, more recently, and the throat cancer and all the rest of it.
Wait, who?
Really
about
moving.
Kilmer?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know. So that's interesting. Didn't they say something in Top Gun Maverick that he had cancer, and they said something about his?
Yeah. So his
cancer.
That movie, by the way, I've got to tell you, and I'm no movie critic. I'm not easily impressed either. But wow,
it was so good. I mean,
I'm not surprised that it got $1.6 billion with a B.
Such a good movie.
Yeah,
I was going to say, how can they top Top Gun. I really didn't think they would be able to do it, but they really did it.
I was so worried because I loved the original. I was so worried
don't
about
ruin it.
They could have, you know what though? They could have put, the original girls in. I mean, people age. Everyone else on the planet, apart from Tom Cruise, actually ages. You know,
Right. Well, that's because he's in Scientology.
he's a shapeshifter. Just shift this. But yeah, no, I was just blown away. So I watched it 3 times, right? Like in 3 weeks. It was just an amazing movie.
I have not watched it yet.
Oh my gosh!
I have not watched it
on
yet.
one of the page or one of the.
I'm sure I have it. I mean, I've seen it a couple times, but
or Prime,
to where I could watch it. Yeah, I just have no desire to watch it.
It's so good. But if you weren't an original Top Gun fan, then why would you want to see the second one?
Well,
by the way, Cindy, and because you're an hour away from me, I know this is going to hit you in a little bit. We just got a huge hailstorm.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's still going. I can hear it. That's why I took my headphones off, because it was pretty heavy.
Oh.
That doesn't bode well for the car.
No.
No.
Especially if you drive a Ford.
Wait, why?
Wait,
why? I'm so confused.
Oh, good night, Rob. Anyways.
I see. Okay.
Anyways, Chanel said that she thinks that Tom Cruise is a reptilian.
Yes, that is actually officially why he does not age. And and now the secret's out. Chanel broke the secret. Tom, not me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I don't know. Right. He'll be cruising down your way.
I've got a couple of questions because I've always wanted to know. Ghost hunting and Chanel, bite me. Anyways, how different is?
Well, I thought
you were. Ooh, there's 2 of us, Rob.
Listen, I have a Jeep, so I don't
care.
I liked Ford and I liked my Dodges, and
I love my vehicle. I don't care. I've owned Fords most of my life, and I've never had an issue, so I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. Everybody gets a lemon or a lime,
And margaritas around the house.
That would be great, wouldn't it? What about now?
Actually,
I don't like.
I'm into Moscow mules these days.
Wait,
is that the mudslidey?
No, this is made with a ginger beer.
That's right. The Moscow mule.
Moscow mule. I'm into
that. Is that with the copper? Yeah.
It's awesome.
Wait, is that the one I tasted that you guys had a shot of? Yeah, that was good. I want one of those.
Yes.
Yeah, it reacts with the copper, doesn't it, or something?
There's a lot of it, and I think Cindy, you were talking about Shanky's Whip.
Oh, Shanky's Whip. Okay, yep, that's it.
That's the Irish liqueur. Yes.
Yes.
It's very, very good.
I had
a sip.
Yes, because I was drinking. Ooh, I was drinking. What the hell?
Fire Jack.
Yes, Jack Fire. Yes.
Jack Fire, whatever.
Nice. Yeah, my tipple is a, and I don't drink very often. Usually I have a beer. I'll have a Belgian beer like a Hoegaarden, and a slice of orange in it. Well, certainly in the summer. But my favorite dram shot is Lafroig single malt Scotch whiskey. And it's a delicious, peaty, honey, deep sort of smoky, sweet taste to it.
You would like that probably, Teddy.
The single malt whiskey.
Jack.
Yeah. It's a good. It's the 2 path to perfection.
No, not for me. Listen, I'm allergic to alcohol, literally. So there's only a few that I can drink. Look, just the thought of it is making me red. Actually, I'm having a hot That's a lie.
There goes the clothes.
There goes my clothes.
Okay, so let's go back a little bit then, because I kind of want to. We've only got a little bit here, and I want to talk about the Parafest a little more, and Rob being a part of it, and a little bit more about you, just so people know, what to expect. Because I'll be honest with you, the only way that I would have known about you is, believe it or not, through a name that you mentioned earlier, Mr. Dan Class. I've never seen the show, unfortunately, because I don't have a way to watch it here. But
I can't
I've told it's very good, and I will tell you that
Danny
Dan Class
would say it definitely is good because he's in it.
Well, he actually pushes the shit out of it. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure some people out there do watch it. But I'm excited to meet you and the crew and see how this turns out, because having somebody with your talent, I should say, like Cindy with her talent, and we're gonna have 5 or 6 mediums there as a whole. It's just most of the time you're amazing people.
Well, thank you, and I'm really looking forward to meeting all the other esteemed guests. Really excited about doing this. I'm going to be doing some private readings out there. I'm going to be doing a bit of gallery, bit of this, bit of that, and you'll see me, manically mingling, with guests.
Is that to be not construed with maniacally?
I'm not one of these like the smile, nod, and sign, and off you go, people. So I hear, half my fans are going to this event, by the way, and I'm so excited to see them both again.
I doubt that's the truth, Rob.
So, but yeah,
no.
no.
Flavored cough syrup. Oh, that's hysterical.
You two, what have you been doing before you came on then? Eh? You've been having a few of this or a little bit of the old wacky
No.
I will admit this.
Chanel is on morphine.
Yes, I will admit this.
Real jungle juice.
I am on sertraline, so that's it. I'm on my sertraline, and I watch a lot of Star Trek. That's my issue.
There must be a way that you, Ted,
not that old,
can watch Star Trek and Ghost Finders. Who's going on? Who knew?
That was really funny.
Get yourself a good deal at Priceline.com.
Wow,
that's great. I love it,
folks. If anything, he's talented,
right?
You can come and enjoy his.
Jungle oranges. What would you like? All right, I'll tell you a joke. Right, guy goes into this. As soon as it's X-rated, right? Yeah. Guy goes into this sandwich shop, and he looks up on the menu, and it says cheese sandwich, $5. Hand job, $10. And he says, "Excuse me, darling." And she says, "Oh yeah. What do you want, love?" He's like, "Are you the girl that does the hand jobs?" "Yeah, that's me." I was like, "Are you the girl that does the cheese sandwiches?" "Yeah, that's me too." "Okay, do us a favor, wash your hands and make me a cheese sandwich, will you, love?"
Yes. Thank you. Please wash your hands.
And now I've lowered the tone to the absolute lowest of the low.
No.
Yes. In answer, Ted, to your question, I do Zoom readings, and I actually do them all. Some days I'm like half the day, So it doesn't matter when. Sort of like I think 5 or 6 days a week I do Zoom readings, and spiritmedium.com is my website where you can book a Zoom reading. spiritmedium.com.
You got it, Cindy?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll drink my tea.
.com.
.com.
So Yeah, Rochester is very close to my heart, as it's also very near to Dan Class, who is very very dear to my heart. He is such a sweet soul, and I say that like often in satire, but I mean it. He's such a lovely chap, American Irish lad, and he's actually got me after years and years of knowing each other. He's actually reignited my passion for plaid shirts. So, that's yeah, and there are some good ones, let me tell you. And it's actually, if you're from Scotland, they call it tartan.
Right.
Yep.
Tartan.
But, I love the tartan myself.
And yes, I mean, like we were just at this amazing place, Randolph County Asylum, up in Indiana.
Oh,
Hoover country, and it was just wow. There's some incredible places. Going to be back out there filming another episode for season 12 in a couple weeks' time.
That's amazing. So fun. So, what do you think your favorite location has been since you've been doing the show? Do you have a favorite, first of all?
Oh, it's tough. That's really tough. That's like saying, who's your favorite Charlie's Angel? Or
who's your favorite child? Like along those lines?
Well, so God, that's a tough one, man. I keep getting hit with that one. I have to come up with a standard answer. I suppose, and this is going to sound like it's so like biased, but Hinsdale House is
I was going to say, you're going to say Hinsdale House, aren't you? I've never been there. I haven't been there yet.
And I've been in places that were 40, 50. Well, you should book a visit to danielclass.com. And one of the,
I mean, I've been there just while we were doing the show in studio, and all of a sudden I was gone. We were talking about something else, and all of a sudden I was gone to the land. I mean, I haven't physically.
It's extraordinary. It really is. It's a small little farmhouse on top of a mountain, and with so much history and so many different levels of activity going back to even predating the house, and obviously the land was there, always. The house wasn't. Right. So there are natives, there are members of various families that live there. There are individuals who met their demise somehow connected with the place. There are sort of like it's like Russian dolls. You know what I mean? It's like there's one story inside another with the Hinsdale House, and it never disappoints. God, I sound like a Hinsdale House commercial.
Well, maybe you should make one.
I should. I have. Yeah, if you look at the Hinsdale episode, well, I haven't. My better half, Heather, does all that. But I liked Eastern State Penitentiary. I was a little bit disappointed. There were only seemed like there were only 4 or 5 cells out of the hundreds that you could actually see in or go in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was.
So they don't. That's not cool. Like what was that? Ghost Hunters? Because didn't they show a bunch of them?
Yeah, that was actually one of my favorite clips of theirs, where the spirit is like this and then sort of goes back.
Yeah. It's creepy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And no, I think really Penhurst has got to be up there.
What the hell is going on, Teddy? What was that now?
Someone's more interested in than us, Cindy.
No, I'm just checking.
I heard something.
Keep talking.
Oh, I see what you're looking at, Ted. Yeah.
Actually, I have the other phone over there that has the other channels so that I can check their comments when they're not on this side. So that's what I'm doing.
But I thought I heard
And
something.
I think that's what the noise is them creating their
Oh.
comments on one of the other
I see.
outlets.
Yeah. So I mean, there's so many places around the world. One of the things we're going to focus on, I'm starting filming a new show, okay, which is kind of a spin-off of the Ghost Finders. And I can't say too much about that yet, but we're going to start filming that this year, early summer, and it's something very, very fresh and new.
Ooh.
That is about time.
That's what we need. We need something
Outside
fresh and new.
Outside the box.
Yeah.
What? Outside the paranormal box, Teddy?
Maybe.
Teddy's book that's what his book is.
My book title is actually Think Outside the Paranormal Box. That's my second book. Yep.
I thought I'd give you that opening. You didn't jump on it right away, but we got there. And
well, thank you.
It's been great having you both on the show this week. I just want to say thank you.
Fixing my fan. She's sweating, or now she's cold, and I'm hot. So
I have my hot flash, and then I freeze.
Hot and cold.
It's fine.
It's all good, right?
So I got the fan going now. That's what happens when you're 280 pounds and 6'1".
I'm really excited to be doing a couple. I'm doing several this summer. One I'm really excited to do, Festival of the Unexplained, which is in the UK. I'm going to be doing that again for the second time.
I would love to go to that one.
Yeah, last year was absolutely amazing.
How many? Is it a big show? Like
it is, and it's sort of like everything under the paranormal umbrella. So it's aliens, so it's Bigfoot, so it's UFOs, it's ghosts, it's psychics, it's
so let me ask you a question, Rob.
I love that.
Let me ask you a question. How big is the paranormal over there?
So like by comparison, you guys started out with the whole paranormal investigation TV stuff was pretty much, well, the first serious stuff was TAPS. It was Ghost Hunters, which I love. And but before that, like sort of circa maybe 20 years before that, sort of like mid 80s, we had a show called, and I think it's still on the air, called Most Haunted. And
it's one of my favorite shows. I've been watching that forever.
Yeah. I grew up watching that, and it was just, wow, blew my mind because it's so simple. They don't need all of this, like, gadgetry. They don't. It's literally
no gadgetry or pageantry.
The Blair Witch Factor equivalent of
God. Yeah.
And they're not possessed every 3 seconds.
Well, so Derek, if you're referring to Derek, well, so Derek, God rest his soul, was one of my dear friends, and
wait, he hasn't passed, has he?
He did 2 years, about a couple years back.
I did not know that. Yeah. He was not from Most Haunted, right?
Yeah. He actually 14 seasons. I think he did with them.
Did he do a different show as well?
Huh?
Did he do a different show as well?
Yeah, he did Derek Acorah's Ghost Towns. He did.
Yes, that's what I know him. I didn't know he passed. I love him so much.
Yeah, good friend. And actually, he was the one who said to me, Rob, what are you doing? You're having guest mediums on your show for your mediums. You're a medium. Stop, and what are you doing? And I said, I can't do it. He was like, put your big boy bloody pants on.
Oh my God.
And get out there and do it,
Yeah, that sounds like him too.
Sure
and
does.
I did. And he and Sam were huge inspirations for me to actually get my ass in gear and just.
I love their episodes. Every once in a while, I'll go back and I'll watch one. And it's just amazing with some of the things that they would come up with. And it's like what I was watching them before Ghost Hunters came out, and that with In Search Of and all that other stuff. And
they were doing it 20 years, 30 years before. And I think Yvette
just amazed me. And then
Yvette and Carl, hello.
Yep. And when she, oh my God, I loved it when she screamed, because you instantly glued to the TV screen.
Wait, who screamed?
Yvette.
Yvette would blow your eardrums out because of her high-pitched shrill. And oh God, what was that? Oh God, and I used to have that turned up. And then the neighbors downstairs are like, they're like, oh blimey, he's having a good time. What's he drinking then? Oh God, Derek. And
I thought his name was Rob.
My name's not Derek.
So funny.
Dear, oh dear. But they inspired me a lot, and
they inspired me as well. That's funny that you brought that up, because they were one of my first TV inspirations of the ghost side of it. I always watched, like I said, anything about the unknown or the mysteries and stuff like that, UFO stuff. Anything Bigfoot or monsters, I would watch. Anything like that. I mean, I'm a big like sci-fi guy. So I love all that stuff and the horror and all that stuff. But every time they came out, horror.
Are you Ted? Are you a Whovian?
Yes, I am.
You are a Whovian. So let me ask you nicely: would you like a jelly baby? And if you would like a jelly baby, what flavor would you like?
And you're talking about Tom Baker, who was my favorite.
Of course, my
absolutely best one ever.
Absolutely best one ever. I think he's my favorite classic Doctor. But my favorite classic Doctor, I would say, was John Pertwee and Tom Baker. Probably more Tom Baker.
Yeah, Tom Baker I put first.
After that, it sort of went it got silly. And then they brought it, and then they cancelled it, which was good, because the producer who was producing it, John Nathan Turner, was a right old dipshit. He drove that right over the edge of the cliff. Sorry, not sorry.
No.
And then they brought it back with the inimitable Russell T. Davies. And my God, when I saw the first trailer and I saw that they brought back the old squeal at the end, oh God, Chris Eccleston did a fantastic job. Fantastic.
I'm so glad that you're into that stuff, because I was well, that's true, but it's just every time I go to these events, I look for the title, and I look for the Dalek, the little robot Dalek creatures, and I look for I look for all that stuff.
My favorite part is when Tom Baker says, they come through the wall, the genesis of the Daleks, they crash through the wall, and he jumps up that sleeve. It's not stairs, it's just like a slide thing. He pulls his scarf up, and they're like, stay where you are, and it's like,
that was amazing.
If you're the supreme leaders of the universe, why don't you climb after me? And they shoot, and they exterminate. Yeah, he was, and then for me, it
where the hell is Rob? Where is my Rob? Because there you go. Look at that. But that's not Tom. But
I know it.
No, that's that other one. That's the one that came after.
That's the Scottish one.
Yeah, and well, the second Scottish one. Interesting.
Oh yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, when and this is my favorite classic, non-classic. My favorite new series, as it's sometimes called, Doctor, and that is of course the absolutely inimitable doctor whose name I've forgotten. David Tennant. Yes.
Oh, he's amazing.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
He's amazing. Amazing.
Yes, everybody loves that one.
Do you know what? I met him at the other day. We were both doing Silicon Valley Comic Con, which is no longer. It's now called Silicon and Silly. And so
that was at San Diego Comic Con, that picture of Peter Capaldi and I.
Well, so yeah, I mean, and it was so we were in the green room, and my friend was running the event, and she was out back in the green room, and she's just like, well, I thought he was going to be, supposedly she's on a walkie, he's going to be here because I know, he wants to meet David, and I'm like, oh God, now I've got this like 14-year-old schoolgirl sort of like thing going on against me already, and I haven't even said hello. So finally, right, we walk down the side and we go behind all these barriers and security people, and he's on the cell phone with presumably his family, and he's like, no, I don't care how hot it is. You can't put your sister in the refrigerator. What? Where's your mother? Where's your mother? Oh, 2 minutes. No. And I just got like this like completely untypical fan experience that started by overhearing a
phone conversation.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wasn't listening in. I could not hear. What was I going to do?
Yeah, right.
So, and it was just charming. So we spent 15 minutes chatting together, and
that's awesome. So, what do you think of the female Doctor Who?
I think why not? Why not? And if there's ever was going to be a female doctor, and if there's anyone who was going to be a female doctor, I think she really pulled it off as best she could. Being a traditionalist, I have to say there could have, in my opinion, been a whole number of other actresses who would have played a much more dominating female doctor. That's how I would have seen the Doctor, not at all.
Because I mean, if you look at Tom Baker and the way he played Doctor Who, he very strong, and he was the Doctor. I don't care what anybody said. When you thought of Doctor Who, it was Tom Baker. Yeah, and so Whittaker, I think that's her last name. She did a good job for being a female doctor, but I do agree with you. I do believe that there should have been somebody a bit stronger.
Can I have you guys think about it in a different way?
Sure.
That would have been the first time the Doctor was shown in a female body host, right?
Yeah.
And as such, there are differences between male and female roles in society, in anything. Even being in a woman's body would be completely different in a man's body. So is it possible that you could see it from that perspective rather than just seeing it from the male-centric ideal?
Wow, that's pretty. Wow, welcome to the show, Cindy. My God, that is deeply philosophical question you just asked.
Stop it!
Holy cow!
You're being facetious now.
No, I'm not. I really am not. Am I, Ted?
No, he's not. That was coming from the male,
because
this side.
And I haven't watched the show like at all, like you guys. Like when I was young, I would see and I'd be like, "What is this show?" And I really loved it. You're taking my car. My son is over here going, and then not saying anything.
I literally said, "Can I use your car?" You didn't say anything.
Where are you going? Let me guess. McDonald's.
Wrong.
Okay.
Burger.
Make sure you drop her off on time and be back by 10:30.
Well, don't say that. His girlfriend would be really angry if he was dropping anybody else off.
I want ice cream.
I want some ice cream.
Dropping the kids off at school.
Stop it, Jansen.
Who's the
Stop.
psychic here now, baby? Who's the psychic here now?
Right.
Yeah,
Anyway, so but my thoughts is that because this is the thing is if as a woman if we are too forward, if we are too
I don't want to
in our
blind
power,
anybody, but geez.
men and women will call us a bitch, right? Seriously. And if you had a woman that just came in and acted like the male versions of itself, it may not necessarily have boded well within social constraints as well.
You know what I think? I think that if Sigourney Weaver would have played that, if she was 20 years younger, that would have been a perfect role for Sigourney Weaver.
See, that's a problem.
And if she did a good British accent, which she probably does. I mean, who knows? But yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? That's along those lines. You know what I mean? And
just a strong personality.
Well, so
yes, but could you imagine me being the doctor?
Go back to the 60s, right?
Have worked. You guys would have immediately said, "Oh, this is bullshit," right? You guys would have been like, "She sucks balls." That already happened. She sucks balls, right? Everybody said she was terrible, blah, blah, blah. However,
I gotta know what Heather's saying.
The thing is that she was in trying to do that role. She had to think about it outside of the box.
Right.
And I'm sure there was a ton of pressure too.
It couldn't be that.
I can't imagine the pressure.
Yeah, the pressure would have been amazing because she had to play a male's role, and it's always been a male.
Right.
See, and I'm a masculine kind of female, so.
Right. Well, so if you look at the origin of Doctor Who, going back to its inception in 1963, and the role models of society, the men and female were pigeonholed into their little safe slots, and never the twain shall meet. Child out of wedlock, off you go to an asylum, and and no, that's how it was, and so
we know
it was inevitable, and thank God someone. I'm not really a huge fan of the producer Stephen. Stephen. What's his last name? Stephen.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I can't help you
so, but he grew a pair of bollocks, right? He grew a pair of balls, and they did it, and the BBC did it. I think if it had gone, I think it, and it's not very PC of me to say this, and I don't give a shit. But I was a little worried that it was starting to become a little bit too much of a soapbox. It was just like pushing a PC agenda. I mean, I'm not going to dare, elaborate further on that. But all I'll say,
we could see that.
That good for Jodie, all right, for giving it a damn good go. Because when you think about it, women are the stronger sex, are the dominant sex. They are,
I have to say, yes. And when you're called a pussy, you'd be like, hell yeah.
And in the words of Betty White, those things take a pounding.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm told.
That's right. We take a licking and it keeps on ticking.
Ted, it takes quite a bit to embarrass me, but
I love it, man. I'm so excited.
I just Rob, to be honest with you, let me kind of explain something here. The day that I called Cindy and said, "Hey, you want to be my co-host on my show?" I hung up the phone. I go, "What the fuck did I just do?" And then it's like, it'll be okay. It'll be fine. You want her to be the way she is because it's going to make the show interesting. It's going to be fun. It's going to be 5 years later. she still makes me blush. She still makes me want to mute her.
Perfect. That means I haven't
But you know,
changed
to be
much
honest,
then.
I can't imagine anybody else on the show with me as my co-host because
You two are just so.
she brings up she brings up things that other people wouldn't say. She
Right. I
is
say
not
the things
afraid.
other people think, but they would
Yeah.
never dare say.
And she's not
Oh,
afraid
I will
to stick to her
chastise-
guns.
And I will chastise a goddamn guest if I think they're not being moral or ethical.
Right. Yes,
Johnny wouldn't, but I would.
well, I think you're both peaches and cream together. So
I get to be the cream, you get to be the peaches.
yeah, and so we're gonna have to start pushing more of this fantastic show on our social media for the Ghost Finders, and because people have to watch. You know, maybe my two fans can become your two fans.
Oh, that's
two more.
To be honest with you, Rob, we'd love to have you come back. I mean, we'd love to have more of, you know, I think you do fit in. I think it's fun.
We like you. We really like you
so much.
You win the Paratalk Radio Oscar. That's the first one we've ever given out. You know, do you want to thank the Academy?
So can we say the Voxta? The vodka? We have...
I want to thank Daniel Klaas for ripping the piss out of me at every possible scientifically possible opportunity he possibly can, and God love him. You know, we have
Derek for pushing you to be. I think it's interesting.
Eric. You are such a joy. You are a blessing to mankind.
Here?
Thank you.
But you know, in all sincerity, Dan is the one that brought you to us, and I love it. I mean, it's been really great talking with you. You know, it's you're a lot of fun. We didn't get anything really established. Doctor Who,
really talk about any
and that was great. You know, so
we didn't. But you know what? You're so entertaining. It's so hard to stop. So it's almost like it's about three people with ADHD. All sort of like, you know, and it's just like, oh, by the way, oh yeah, there are the viewers as well. I'm like, guys, are you still here? You know, I like that.
I could see it. I could say it's like, oh yeah, oh by the way, we just spent 15 minutes talking about nonsense, but there is a zombie apocalypse going on outside right now, and you know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's okay.
But I don't know if you can see what's behind me, Rob.
Is it like a bookshelf?
Hold on.
I know you've got a flyer for a really cool event that's coming up.
It's like all Godzilla stuff. Godzilla, King Kong. There's just here. Wait, let me do this. Let me show you my big buddies.
Oh, we see him up there at the top of his. Right up there.
Wow.
Big Bigfoots.
Wow. Okay.
All
right. Now, what's on the other side of the room? Is it the USS Enterprise A? Different. I bet there is a Starfleet uniform in there somewhere.
Yeah, I can see that, Eric.
And those shelves there are Jack Daniels mugs and werewolves, Bigfoot, Abominable Snowman. Actually, there's a Chewbacca over there. Ghostbuster cars, classic cars. On the top, there's classic cars. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff.
That's a really cool looking.
Very much less.
That's how my bedroom used to look with Doctor Who. You know, I'd have K9, I'd have the TARDIS, and I'd have all the different. My mother called them. You play with dolls, Rob. I'm like, it's not dolls. It's Doctor Who and Leela and K9 and the TARDIS. And she's like, no, it's dolls. You're playing with dolls.
He should do a TikTok like that. Talking about you should.
My Doctor Who dolls.
Yeah, you should do it as a TikTok. It's amazing. You probably get 1 million freaking subscribers just for that.
Well, thanks. But
is that a pumpkin holding up one end of the shells?
What do you think? Real quick, Ted. What do you think, Cindy? My God, right? Doctor number 10 comes back as Doctor number 14. Who the mind? Wait.
Haven't we thought that for so long? Is 14 David Tennant?
Or 10 and 14 now.
What's that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, David
He's coming back. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah, there was a glitch in the intratemporal vortex, and he needed the work. So no, I'm sure he didn't need the work, but RTD brought him back, and I got to tell you, I am so excited. I am so
decent.
Having met the guy, I am so excited.
I want Ted and Cindy dolls.
He's amazing. It's a dream come true for me. So,
well, I don't even know what happened to Tom Baker. Sure, he's old as snot, but I don't know.
Tom actually lives in the West Country, and he's rather old and rather frail. And his jelly babies have to be mashed up, you see. These days.
Somebody already sucks on them and gets the hard candy part off and gives them back to them when they're just nice and jelly.
Ew. Gross. Ew.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Okay, he's 89 years old. I think he's 89. I think he turns 90 this year, Ted.
Oh, that's so cute.
We should throw him a party and invite him. We know he won't come up, but we can still throw him a party.
I would love that.
I actually know where he lives. So
Can we all show up at his house?
In a completely non-stalking way.
And a bunch of bobbies will be carrying us out, putting us in handcuffs.
Bobbies. Oh, I love it. Bobbies. You Americans crack me up. Oh, the bobbies will go along with their wooden billy clubs. No, nowadays they carry M16s and sidearms, not wooden sticks.
Wait, no. They have guns in the UK now?
Well, intercity police do. If you go to London, City of London, Westminster, and the Royal Protection Squad details, all heavily armed. Like they'll have a sidearm and they'll have an M16 usually with them.
Take off the no guns then?
Back in the days of Sherlock Holmes.
No, because I thought that people weren't supposed to have guns in the UK.
Well, it's the police do, and just there's a small variation where 0.001% of the British public are armed, as opposed to 0.001% of the American public are not armed.
Right. I am unarmed. However, my son is.
Yeah, which
in the same house.
And so is Teddy.
Yeah, and we
sort of the sheep.
Yeah, we got to get into politics. We got to start talking NRA. I love my rubber ducky.
I do have a question. So you said that Derek Okoro had.
You're echoing.
I am?
Yeah.
That's weird. So Derek told you, stop it, Rob. You can get a spanking. Did you say thank you? He's being my echo. Do you get it? So did you know before Derek told you that you were a spirit medium, or only because he told you?
No, I knew that years ago. So I was, as a kid, I knew there was something completely different,
I knew I was weird, but I never knew what that meant. I never
Well,
knew what it was because I didn't have people around me that could tell me what my weirdness was.
No, me either. I grew up in a small village in Wiltshire, in Wiltshire, in the place that Ted can't pronounce, and I was bullied. You know, I was like, I want to say bullied. I want that name called. I mean, we're talking, you know, lovely people. But yeah. So the last thing that I was gonna do was like go to school and be like, "Hey, everybody, can I give you a couple more reasons to beat the shit out of me after school today?" I actually talked to deaf people, and you know, as you do, you know. So obviously, I pushed that out of my life. I mean, in all seriousness, jokes aside, you know, I did, and it was for that reason initially, and then it sort of came back and then went away and came back and went away, and it wasn't really till I made friends with Derek that he, you know, started pushing me to put my big boy pants on, and then I stupidly made I filmed a few episodes having come out without getting proper guidance and proper and all starting to work on developing and shielding and all these other important things, because otherwise it's just like, oh, I learned how to put skis on, now I'm a skier, you know. Not the case. So I made a couple of bad mistakes on camera where on the Ghost Finders that were absolutely real and scared the heck out of me. And you know, Diet Renee, my psychic mediumship teacher, she's amazing. She's a master teacher. I've been working with her over the last couple of years to develop this gift, and if it wasn't for her, you know, I wouldn't be. I definitely wouldn't have come through and have the confidence and some of the skills that I've learned to be able to do this.
I had a Renee. I never had anybody that taught me. I had a medium that told me that I was a medium. I had no idea. And not only told my aunt in a reading of her friends. So I never had that. So I was in Florida at the time. I come back and I go and get a reading with the same woman, same medium. And she told me the exact same thing verbatim that my aunt had said she had said. It was the craziest thing that she had no idea who I was. I only gave her my first name and phone number. She did not remember my aunt from the couple weeks before, but she verbatim said the exact words that she had said to my aunt. She said, the verbatim part of it is that my gifts are your gifts. And I said, stop right there. What does that mean? She said, one day you'll read for others the way I'm reading for you. And I literally laughed at her. And I have since apologized to her. But the funny part is she never offered to train me. She never offered to help me with this. She just says, hey, you're a medium. Bye.
Yeah,
I had no idea what to do. So everything that I've learned, I had to learn by myself. And that was and that was tough. So I'm glad that you were able to find somebody that you trusted that could teach you, because that's what I was trying to find out, is if Derek had helped you along the way, if anybody else helped you along the way, because it's a tough road to hoe.
Yeah, well, we crossed paths through a producer here in the States, and we're asked to do a basically develop a show together, and that was one of the things that you know, that brought us together, yeah, it's just he and Gwen are just two of the absolutely sweetest, most genuine, incredible people ever. They were set up by a bunch of people that they thought were friends, and you know, I'm not going to go into it any deeper than that, but yeah, just two of the nicest people you could ever possibly meet. And I think that I just read what Chanel said, that she's told she has abilities, but she never
Pursue them
instead of actually using them and actually developing those skills. Well, I think this probably accounts for millions of people.
Exactly.
It's like one of those muscles that if you don't exercise it, I think not everyone, but I think most people have the ability to hone in on their spiritual porousness and open up to spirit. And part of that is also not doing it 9 to 5. It's living spiritually.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is you have these paradrama fanatics that just everything is drama. And then in the next breath, they're talking about para-unity, or they're talking about spiritual this and spiritual that. And I'm like, hang on a minute, aren't you the guy that was saying F off, you freaking fraud?
Wait a second. Wait a second.
No, I mean, it's true. It's not a 9 to 5 job. You embrace spiritualism by living the lifestyle, and not. Well, I think I'll talk this way now that we're going into the investigation. Well, cameras are off. All right, you bastards. And it's not because one person that is not in sync with your team or whether you're a show or your paranormal group or whatever. It just takes one person being off kilter to knock out that chemistry. And spirit will be like, see, they're just nah. That's all right.
I think spirit would kind of protect me from that, right? At least I believe that.
What I'm saying is intention is everything.
Right, exactly. I 100% agree with that. And I definitely agree that you need to have the right je ne sais quoi, right? You have to have that chemistry between people in a show. Like if Teddy and I didn't work, I wouldn't be here. Let's be honest. If I did not work,
Teddy would kick her ass to the curb.
I mean, because there's been other people before me, and I know that, right? But the thing is you definitely. I don't necessarily think because you say the F-bomb that you're not spiritual, because I'm an F-bomb kind of girl. But I understand the dynamic that you're talking about, which is lip service for in front of the camera. Oh, I am so spiritual. I hate that shit, by the way. That's one of the things, like, I can't stand when somebody acts. There's a how do I put it to words? Yes, spirit, I understand. The people who like to say they're non-judgmental, however, they're so spiritual and they are so awakened, they're woke, but yet they are judgmental against people. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I mean the principles are that there's nothing philosophical about it. It really just is truly about what your intention is. If your intention is to march, go barging in to a historic place and that you've never been in before, as the guest, barking orders at spirit to perform like some kind of circus animal,
that's so
then
annoying, by the way.
That's the level of respect that you're giving, and you will be responded to, or as not the case, accordingly.
Right.
And
well, I'm gonna put this into terms with some of these other people that are listening so that they can understand. Like for myself, and I know most of them probably do understand, but for those that don't, it's kind of like if you're in the paranormal field, there's always the para-unity group, and then there's a group that want to be a part of the para-unity group. And once they get there, they preach para-unity, but as soon as they leave, they're stabbing everybody in the back. And that happens a lot.
But not even that. I think he's even just talking about going into a location where you are talking to spirit in a way that is not conducive for them to help you. Or
well, I agree with that because I'll tell you this: if you piss off a lion, what's he going to do?
Well, my
He's
favorite
gonna eat
analogy, my favorite analogy, guys, is that of breaking down at 3:00 in the morning. Someone breaking down at 3 in the morning, and they walk up and they ring your doorbell, and if they're shouting through your letterbox, "Hey, you bastards, open up! I broke down. I need a you call AAA. In fact, you can drive me home, but first make me a cheese sandwich, and I'll have a beer." You know, you're going to be like, "I've got a 44 Magnum trained on the back of your head. All right. You have 13 seconds to remove yourself from the property, or you are no more." Or if you're Clint Eastwood, like I am,
yes, you are.
Gonna rip your head off and shit. No, but
you got her hot, Rob.
But if you like knock on that door, and just back away. Sorry to wake you up, guys. Sorry to wake you. The window comes up. Yeah, sorry. I sucks. I know it's 3 a.m. I have no other way. My phone died. I'm over here. No expectations. If you could send AAA and give them this is my number. My AAA number is blah 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 blah. And much more likely. You're much more likely to get a response, and maybe even, well, I tell you what, I'm going to put some coffee and stuff down. No one's going to let you in the house, not 3 a.m. Even if you start singing Shakespeare to them. I mean, it's just.
Romeo.
So really, I think everything approaches everything, and Spirit know what your intentions are. And it's like Heathrow Airport. You've been put through the Interpol, and FBI and CIA computers.
Yeah.
Your facial recognition before you even get to the customs.
Exactly.
It's already.
They already know who you are.
Yeah.
Everybody knows your name.
They know that. They know what your intentions are. They know if you're screwing around or if you've been drinking or if you just like. And honestly, I'm proud to say 99% of the time, all of the paranormal community, the people in the community that I've met, absolute professionals, professional behavior, and have the greatest of respect, and that's the way it should be. But just 1%, unfortunately, Spirit doesn't sort of classify us. You don't know who's been to that location before you, so that's why we have Megan, the witch, and she'll be our catalyst.
I love Megan.
She'll do like a ritual for a friendship, or something like that. And then suddenly Spirit is like,
deputy, right?
Spirit is like, wow, never seen that before. Wow, okay. That's different. Maybe we'll hang out. And
so it was Megan and Danny that were on the show when all of a sudden I was not in studio. I was at Hinsdale House. Megan and Danny were on the show with us. It was the craziest thing, but I just love her.
Yeah, she's my sister from another mister. She is my sweetheart. She is. God love her. I'd love by saying I'm very blessed. I've got some really awesome casting crew that are
very
just
lucky.
Yeah, very blessed. So.
Unfortunately, guys.
Fun.
Yes, you have been.
Thank you, Heather, for letting me enjoy Rob.
You guys are two of the most amazing. I can't wait to meet you at this amazing event. When is it again, guys?
So actually, it is May 12th, May 13th, and May 14th, coming right around the corner in 11 days, 12 days, 7 days, whatever it is. But you can go right over to. I was going to do this earlier and I didn't do it. Damn it, Ted. But you can go right over to RochesterParafest.com, check out everything that's going on. In fact, you can get your tickets there as well, or go over to Eventbrite.com. And Mr. Rob Thompson is our very special guest amongst all these other amazing people that are going to be there. But definitely stop and see Rob and say, hello, love. And he will love that. And just
Or
just
take
come and enjoy
offense.
the festivities. I mean, we're gonna have a good time either way, and if nobody shows up, we're all still gonna have fun.
We
You
will.
know, that's the way it works.
Yeah, and I think the weather will smile on us too, Ted. You know, I do.
Well, I've been watching the weather, and it looks like for the VIP meet and greet, it may rain, but the other 2 days look like they're going to be in the 70s and partial sunny. So the car show on Sunday should be fantastic. And a couple little things. Everybody knows that Buddy the Bigfoot is going to be there, but so now is Captain America will be joining us.
I
as
saw
well.
that on the.
Yeah, so Captain America. And if we're lucky, Nick the 9-pin from the bowling alley will be there joining us as well.
The bowling center.
Bowling center.
Yeah.
Sorry.
My
alley
sister
center.
would strike with you.
And there is a ghost hunt Saturday night.
That's what I
at
heard.
the bowling center. Yep.
I'm so excited about
They're
that.
actually closing down the bowling center and allowing us to do the ghost hunt from 10 till whenever we get done.
That is so
It'll be
fun.
That sounds wicked.
Yeah. Well, especially since if we can manage, I'd really like to get a few of you down in the basement next door. We've had other investigations there and some things have been seen. So I'd like to
Maybe we can use my deadlights.
there you go.
Wouldn't that be so fun?
Deadlights. What does that mean? They don't work?
No, it
Deadlight.
means that it's that's Josh
Sorry.
Bender's.
Bad joke. Well, you know.
No, I was. What were you saying? I lost you at. I want to get you. I want to get you down in the basement. You know. And then she was like, with the dead light, with a flashlight, or was it
a flashlight? Yeah.
Actually, Josh created these for me. They're rainbow colors, and they're motion
dead torches.
No. They're not. They're not torches. They're not a flashlight. It's lights that you put down on the ground, and they're motion activated. So if anything goes by it will be activated. It'll turn on.
Cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah.
So maybe we get to use them. What do you think?
Why not? Bring them with you.
All right. Yay!
You know, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Bring them with you for, next Monday. We have to talk about this. Next Monday, we're doing another live remote at the bowling center, 8 o'clock. Come and be a part of the audience. And Cindy will bring her deadlights. And
no, they're surprised.
No? Oh, okay, they're a prize. Never mind. They're surprised.
For us doing the ghost hunt.
Well, I figured you could at least bring one to show it
Oh,
off.
yeah, I could do that, definitely.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez,
Good.
Sorry.
Nah. I got some toys I can bring too. How about that?
Well, that would be fun.
We can talk about toys.
I have some toys I could bring, but you probably
Not those kind of toys.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, don't knock it till you try it, Ted. You know?
I'm not going there. This is the end of the show, folks.
Brought to you by Jiffy Lube.
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. No, Chanel. No, I'm not even putting that up. No. Cindy and I have a story. Cindy and I have a story. Yes, that's the lamp. That's the lamp that we cried over for a good 20 minutes.
You were dying of laughter. Teddy,
We got into a hotel. I have to tell you, we were in Gettysburg at the hotel, and we go in and we're both sitting on our bed. We're sharing the room, and we both kind of like stare at the lamp for a few minutes, and then one of us actually spoke up and said,
Teddy said to me, he said, what do you think of that lamp?
What does that lamp remind you of?
And I said, anal beads. He's like, yes!
Was it that enthusiastic?
Oh God, yes. We were jumping on our beds, laughing, hysterically crying, laughing. We both thought the same exact thing, and so It literally.
And I actually
look like
wanted
it.
to go to room to see if they all had the same lamps, but we didn't.
But, it sounds like a really classy establishment. I mean, there was some of these rooms by the hour. Some of these places have Bibles in the drawer next to the bed. This one has anal beads. I mean, have you forgotten something? Have you forgotten your comb or your toothbrush or your anal beads? Come to front desk and we'll take care of you.
And just drop your quarter in the little slot and it'll vibrate for you. Kind of like the beds used to.
I can't even.
This is great. This is different.
This is different.
Rob's gonna get off here and goes, I'm never answering their replies for that show again. Never. I do not promote this show. Do not say anything about those guys.
It's great. No, it's great. It's great. It's all natural and I love it. It's great to be able to just be yourself and let your hair down and
well, that's what we
do.
We sorry to cut you off, but that's how we wanted it to be. We wanted it to be raw. We wanted it to be real. We wanted it to be whatever happens.
Yeah.
We don't want. I'm sorry, but if you listen to some of these paranormal shows, no offense, they're very blah, monotoned. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? And you're snoring after 5 minutes. And I would rather just have a show like this where we talk about anal beads if it pops up. If it just happens.
Yeah.
Or sheep.
If it pops out.
If it's popping out, then that's the one that's being.
I'm going to have to start wearing a disguise on this show and change my name. There goes Santa Claus beard.
Oh God! Right here. This is. It's not your typical paranormal show. We joke. We have a great time. That's right. That is
absolutely true.
We are not your typical paranormal show. We are not desired by all, but by a few, and that's all right.
Mimicked by many, and some.
We don't hardly ever have a alcoholic drink on the show, but there are times where we might. But we just like it being it the way it is. We don't want any telling us what we can do while we have a rated R or M mature audience, and we just I'd rather have it el natural.
Oh, natural.
That's the way we do it in Europe.
That's the way.
That's the way we do it in Europe. And no, don't know until you try it. Know what I mean? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Say no more. Say no more. A nod's as good as a wink to a blind bat. Eh? Say no more. And on that note, Sir Ted and Lady Sydney. On that note, Ted and Cindy. I will anal bead you. Good night.
And thank you, Rob, so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I had so much fun. I hope you enjoyed coming here and having a laugh with us at least.
Great time. Best time ever. Can't wait to come back. And thank you so much, both of you. And I look forward to seeing you at this great event coming up.
In person.
I think it's going to be a blast, but yeah. So thank you.
I promise.
Thank you.
A lot. I won't accost you a lot. So funny.
All right, it's time to get out of here, guys. A little bit of music there to get us out of here. And Cindy, you definitely know what time it is.
I do.
Let me get rid of the.
Hi, little bit. Hi, Spirit. That was for Rob.
There you go. All right. Hello, little bit. Hello, love. Hello, love.
Rob, I'm officially a stalker. I'm fan.
All right, guys.
I love it. I love it.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here, and we will see you guys live next Monday at Raider Lanes. And we're going to be there live doing the show. And if you are in the area, please stop by and join us. It'll be a good time.
We're going to have a great time. We will have.
Oh, we're going to have a great time. Yeah. That's it.
I'm gonna
Cindy.
try and bring my mommy too again.
Awesome. Your mama's cool as shit.
Yeah. She is. Yes.
So's my mama.
She is. I love your mama.
Yeah, maybe I'll bring her.
I would love that.
Yeah, maybe we'll bring mama. I'll ask her.
Okay.
All right.
I would love that.
All right. Cindy?
Teddy?
Wherever there is darkness, there is always
delight.
Thank you for listening to Paratalk Radio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy. Catch us next Monday for another fantastic guest. Please check out our show as well as others on the WLFE DB Radio Network. And remember, like, follow, and share with everyone.
Join us at WLFE-DB.com for upcoming shows and so much more.